So, small final going to be taking place on Sirenen between, as I say, Quad Force 1 and Super Sonic X. They'll both obviously want to be in the final, but it's been a bit rare for particularly Super Sonic X. So they're really going to want to try and grab a whole load of points here, whereas Quad Force 1, third in the season, is where they're sat at the moment and where they would very much like to solidify their position. So let's have a look at who's going to be racing off in the small final between these two teams. Min-Jae Kim and Lucas Bohm, Propsicle and Leviathan are our pairs of pilots. So right now in today's small final. And I hope they are now ready to fly. Super Sonic X against Quad Force 1, Korea against America. Super Sonic X in pink, Quad Force 1 in blue. 62% of you think that Quad Force 1 can win this one. I am curious to see after how races went earlier on. Quad Force 1 did manage to beat Raiden on this track though, so, you know, that's quite a performance. Here we go then. Min-Jae, Kim and Bohm in pink for Super Sonic X, and then the blue drones are America's Propsicle and Leviathan. Good start by everybody, but Lucas Bohm's got into a bit of a problem there, but his teammate Min-Jae Kim is currently winning the race for Super Sonic X. But of course, they want Lucas Bohm to get up there and score some more points as well. 4 points for a win, then 3, then 2, then 1. So it's not just the win that's important, it's all of the places. Currently Kim and Propsicle. Lucas Bohm just could not get into this race from the outset. He is utterly out of this game, and he's going to get 1 point here, which is going to cancel a little bit out what Min-Jae Kim is doing at the front. So he definitely doesn't want Propsicle to pass him, and Min-Jae Kim looks a bit more at home now. This 14-year-old pilot flying out of Korea, doing a great job with it as well. But Propsicle is coming for him. I don't think he's going to get it done unless it's on the final turn. And he got down to within 0.3 of a second, but look at Min-Jae top right, who just breathes out with a sigh of relief that he got the first win of the small finals. 5 points. Ooh, I say it cancels it out a bit. You get 4 points for the win, but you get 1 point if the other pilot comes in fourth. So Propsicle and Leviathan roaming around in the middle. It means neither team's got the upper hand just yet. Okay, next pairs of pilots to fight up in the small final. Colin, Shane and Nate against Jake, Hammer and Burkan. Good starts. Look at that. 1,000th of a second between first and second. 1 more thousandth of 1 second between second and third. Wow. It's Shane out in front. Jake, Hammer and Burkan. Nate at the back. Less than a second between all 4 of them though. We're seeing Burkan's chase here. Trying to catch Shane. Moving up actually. That gap's got a bit smaller now. Burkan, Shane behind him. Burkan still being left a little bit alone. Shane moving now. Here he comes, but I think it may be a little bit too late. Down the final turn for Burkan, and he's in, and Shane is 0.005 of a second behind him. That's the kind of gaps you get in drone racing. Whoa. 11 points to 9, Quad Force 1, slightly ahead of Super Sonic X. The winner of this will get 150 points towards their World Championship standings, and it's 100 points for the team who come in fourth. So important stuff here, as it is very close on our leaderboard between some of our teams. After this, we will have the grand final where X-Blades and Raiden will race for the title of being the champions of the virtual drone Grand Prix of Lake Zurich, and also extremely importantly trying to get the larger clutch of points in a season which is extremely close between the two of them for the World Championship title. Everybody in the race for the big heat. Dropping a pilot, it's Nate in one of the early turns of this. And a couple of Quad Force 1 pilots are a few seconds behind now as well. It's Jake, Hammer and Burkan. Everybody else is within 0.3 of a second of each other. Lucas Bohm just maybe struggling to hang on to the pack. It's just starting to stretch out a little bit. It's still Min-Jae, Colin up there as well for Super Sonic X. But Leviathan and Propsicle are very much in this fight too. Remember, it's 3 laps as well. round a dolphin turn with Minjay Kim over Leviathan, and then Shane, and then Propsicle. It's all stripes at the front. Kim starting to pull away a few tenths of a second here and there. Shane, though, has managed to catch Leviathan. He's not managing to catch Minjay, but he doesn't need to. Minjay can happily go out and win this thing all day long. Except Quad Force 1 are trying to take a bite out of them here. Now remember, that's the end of the second lap, but we're doing 3. Nobody made a mistake, pleased to see. Bohm slipping a few seconds behind, though. Jake Hammer, in fact, may have tried to catch Super Sonic X's pilots, but he's not making enough of a dent at the moment. It's Propsicle out in front, then Shane, then Leviathan, and Super Sonic X are looking like they're going to struggle to make much more of a dent in that. In fact, Shane is going the wrong way, moving his way down the leaderboard. It's all gone a little bit sour for Super Sonic X as Quad Force 1 are out in front. Propsicle, the team captain, secures the win. Leviathan comes in second. Then we get some pilots from Super Sonic X, but a 1-2 for Quad Force 1, and they were in the lead before the big heats. Quad Force 1 are going to be the winners in a small final and third in today's racing. 12 points to 18, Quad Force 1 finishing strongly there over Super Sonic X, which means the third spot on our podium at the end of today is Quad Force 1, and they had a last-minute change 24 hours before we went racing. Had to lose one of the legendary worldwide pilots. Heads Up FPV was returning to DCL. Had internet issues where he is. Can't race. Jake Hammer comes in at the last moment. Quad Force 1 had a 10-point penalty as a result. Still made it to the small final and have won that. But what a turnaround for those guys. What a really, really solid performance from them. Congratulations to Quad Force 1.